So, a lot of disasters in the world are occurring every day, but one of those are wildfires. Some people might have seen the news. I know I have, especially last year, the beginning of the year, I think, especially in Australia. I remember that being a big issue. But yeah, so over the past 20 years, these disasters have cost about $95 billion, and unfortunately 370 people have lost their lives. A common question with these wildfires is, how do they start? Where do they start? What causes them? And many people believe it's due to, natural causes, human causes, or both. People mainly think it's due to CO2 and the rise of CO2, but the National Weather Service has stated that the forest fires aren't directly caused by climate change, but they definitely influence and increase the chances, because with the more CO2, the warmer the earth gets, and the warmer, the hotter. And forest fires normally occur in dry, hot, in low humid areas. So even though CO2 isn't directly related with these wildfires, it definitely ignites it. The more CO2 there is, the hotter it is, causing it to be more dry, less humid, and so like the drier shrubs are, the easier it is for them to become ignited and catch on flame. And then, once wind starts blowing, it goes from tree to tree to tree to tree. But these wildfires could be caused by something so small. It could be like a bonfire, it could be, a lightning strike, it could be like debris burning, but it doesn't matter how big the fire it is. It's most likely going to catch, any type of plant on fire, and then it's just going to keep spreading and spreading. And so even though CO2, isn't like directly associated with the wildfires, it definitely plays a role. It's like an ignition. So the more CO2 there is, the warmer it is, and then the drier it is, and the less humid it is. So the drier the shrub, the easier it is to catch on fire. These fires could start by something so small, like a little bonfire. It could be caused by a lightning strike. It could be caused by debris burning, arson. It doesn't matter what it is. It could be something so small. But once the small fire starts and then the wind blows a little bit, then, one tree starts burning on fire, and then before the next tree is burning on fire. And so these trees just keep burning and burning and burning. It's almost kind of like a bad cycle, because fires also emit more CO2. So, the CO2 definitely plays a part with these wildfires, and these wildfires are emitting more CO2 into the atmosphere, causing the flames to, become bigger and bigger and more land to start burning. So it's definitely a problem. But there are ways of preventing harm to you and your family, and that is by making your houses more fire resistant. So that's getting buffers around your home, which is like concrete. This is a very bad house, but it's like a concrete border, I guess, around your house, because concrete is less likely to start on fire. Another way to help resist wildfires from reaching you or your family in your house would be to install Class A roofs, which are the highest rated roofs. They are good for resisting fires. Another thing is to remove your yard from shrubs and leaves and anything that could ignite a fire. So, you know, raking all your autumn leaves would definitely help fires from reaching your house. The last thing that could help resist these fires is trimming branches that are over your house, because you know, if a fire gets to your tree and your tree is hanging over your house, you know, it could start on fire, leading to starting your house on fire. But those are just a few things that you could do to help resist these fires from harming you and your family. If you were to look at a graph of the years in wildfires per year, there's no definite answer of if it's increasing per year or if it's decreasing per year, because it's kind of like a zigzagged graph. You know, like some years there would be more, and the next year it would be less, and it's more, maybe even more than that, and then less. And you know, it's like, it's not a definite like increase. You know, wildfires are definitely something that we can't always stay away from, but the best thing of knowing and remembering is to always handle fires safely. You know, if you're going to camp in the woods and you want to have a bonfire, make sure that you're starting the fire safely and you're also putting the fire out safely, and like definitely check to see if the fire is out for good, because you never know, you might be the cause to a next wildfire, and that would not be good.